Hello everyone, we are Group 5, and our group members are Liu Xinlei, Cui Zhenhan, Zhang Zihan, Wang Ruxi, Cao Mi, and Wang Pixin. Now let me introduce our topic, China's 21st century demography shift, a population pyramid analysis. This poster illustrates China's shift from high growth to low birth rate and an aging population. The population pyramid is projected to shrink by 2026, with a declining young population and a continued increase in the elderly population. Key reasons include the one-child policy, urbanization, rising living costs, later marriage and childbearing, and increased life expectancy. The consequences include a shrinking labor force, a slower economy, and increased barrier on elderly care and healthcare. Future sanitary measures include encouraging childbirth, daily retirement, and developing science and technology.
For much of early 21st century, China enjoyed a massive demographic dividend, a young, abundant workforce that fueled its factory boom. That era is now definitely over. The working-age population peaked around 2010 and has been shrinking ever since. Today, China faces a dual pressure: a rapidly aging society and a plummeting birth rate. The population entered negative growth in 2022, and the total number has now declined for 3 consecutive years. The shift from rapid workforce expansion to structural decline is not just a social issue, it is a fundamental drag on long-term economic potential.
China's population pyramid in 2026 shows an inverted trapezoidal constructing structure with a slowly shrinking total population. Males outnumber females in most age groups except the elderly. Severe low fertility is reflected at the bottom, where the population age 0 to 19 accounts for an extremely long side. In the middle, the working age population is 20 to 69, so the largest group has peaked and begun to decline, with only works for outnumbering younger ones. At the top, the population age 70 and above is growing rapidly, and the share of people aged 60 and above greatly exceeds that of those aged 0 to 14. Marking that China has entered a deeply aged society.
The evolution of China's population pyramid is driven by multiple key factors. First, the case of the one-child policy fundamentally reshaped birth rates, rapid urbanization, raising living and education costs, and delayed marriage and childbearing. Further suppressed fertility, meanwhile substantially increased life expectancy has also significantly accelerated population, again pushing the pyramid into a reactive, constructive shape.
I will explain the social and economic impacts of Chinese demographic shifts. As the population ages, the workforce is gradually shrinking, which may slow down economic growth in a long term, with fewer young workers entering the labor markets. Productivity and innovation could also be affected. At the same time, there is increasing pressure on pension systems and healthcare service, as more elderly people require financial support and medical care. In addition, the rising dependency routine means fewer working age individuals must support a longer elderly population, which puts stress on families and exciting social support systems. Overall, these challenges highlight the need for strong policy responses to ensure sustainable development.
China has entered a stage of negative population growth with an accelerated aging process resulting in premature aging before prosperity, disappearance of the demographic divide, and increased population burden. This has had profound impacts on the economy and society. Looking ahead, the downward trend in population and the aging phenomenon are unlikely to reverse. However, the improvement of human capital and technological process can still support economic transformation. In terms of policies, measures such as reducing the cost of childbirth should be taken to promote fertility. The elderly care system and the development of the silver economy should be improved. Retirement age should be postponed and training should be strengthened to enhance the quality of the labor force. Attention should be proven to couple with reduction in the labor force.